Hello, my name is Emmanuella Mejero, and I'm the CEO and the co-founder of Pennee Technologies, and this is how tech changed my life. I didn't go to uni, I dropped out. So let me start with that. And I know that it's not the same thing with like a Mark Zuckerberg, because Mark Zuckerberg dropped out of Harvard, and it's like, where did you drop out from? What school? So I got to a point where I started to want to make money of my own. I remember that I said that my dad, he's not into that. Like, he doesn't want you to make money. He wants you to go to school, put your head into school and come out and all of that. But I said that I was going to be disobedient. So I tried to make money on my own. Then what happened was that made me to want to learn about business more. So I personally started finding books, finding courses, things like that, to try to understand why was I not making sales? Why was I not doing this? Why was I not doing that? After a while, because I now knew so much about business, I could now consult for other businesses. So I started consulting for businesses for free at first, and then later I started charging people for consulting. I did not know about the tech community. I did not know anything. Like, when I was a child, what I wanted to be was an astronaut. And then after wanting to be an astronaut, and they told me, you can't be an astronaut in Nigeria, there's nothing like that. For me, tech was just so far away. It was like Bill Gates, Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk. They were so far away from my world. But it was not real to me. It was not something that I could see in my life. It was just something that you had to be in the US, and you had to go to Harvard, and you have to drop out like Mark Zuckerberg. Like, that was the kind of life that tech was for me. When I fell into tech, it was not because I was trying to do something in tech. It was that, oh, I'm already doing this, and I think that we can put this on the internet. Being a founder means that you're going to meet everybody. So you're going to meet people that you're going to work with. You're going to meet with people who have gone before you so that you can learn from them. You're going to meet customers, people that are going to use what you're building. Every time you meet somebody, you're going to learn something from them. So I think that the most exciting thing is just the fact that you are meeting people and they are growing exponentially. So I had one customer that said that she does a very simple business. She bakes. So she bakes cakes, and she's a student as well. She has wanted to get a mixer in the past 3 years. So she just realized that she was struggling to buy this particular simple mixer. So she decided to say, okay, let her try using credit to get it. She's credit advanced like most Nigerians. Like, loans are like evil or something like that. So she decided to use credit to do it. And then getting that mixer, it's like, why did I have to wait for 3 years before doing this? Because now she can fulfill all her orders. So she even paid faster than, like, she literally paid very fast. And she said everything she paid from came from what that mixer did for her. I tell that story so often because to me, it's like, that is the power of what credit can do for a business. What you're saying that is going to take me 3 years to achieve, you can start achieving it today, like right now. I think that the greatest upside of being a lead is how much you grow as a human being. Because you're going to make a lot of mistakes. Sometimes financial mistakes, sometimes mistakes with people, sometimes mistakes with what you put out, your work. Sometimes you're going to make mistakes, but you're going to learn from those mistakes, and you're going to not make those mistakes anymore. Because like, you've made a mistake and you've seen the result. So it's just like, experience will be your best teacher. One of the things that I always tell my male founder friends is that there are certain things that they never think about that I think about all the time as a female founder. I don't think that male founders necessarily think about how they present themselves, or what other hobbies do they have, or what other things do they do. Nobody necessarily sees it as things that reduces them as founders. But as a female founder, is that people don't really take you serious that much, or you're not that serious to them, right? So you now have to look more serious. I'm not really a serious person, and I don't want to be moving everywhere and be doing like a professor. When you're not going to fit in that mold, when you're not always going to try to look like a corporate person or talk very distinguished or things like that, there's a perception. They don't perceive you as a founder, but they will not do that to someone who is male but who is like on the same level. To be honest, I think that the Nigerian tech ecosystem is trying. I actually think that there's a lot of effort to encourage women to do things, to have companies and all of that. The only thing that can actually happen is to be conscious of the bias that exists. I still think that it's day one. So I know that everybody talks about, fintech this, everybody's doing fintech, but I still think that we're still not scratched the surface. They say a lot of data about people. They say a lot of financial data that we still don't have and we still can't make decisions on, that we still can't offer financial services to because they're just not on our radar, right? So I still think that it's day one, even with financial services. I think that there's still a lot of innovation, things that I can't even think about right now that are going to come up. As a founder, the first thing, just learn how to sell. Like, try not to get anybody to come and take care of your growth problems, because it's so easy for, especially if you are maybe a technical founder or you've never really dealt with sales and marketing, it's so easy for you want to outsource that part because it's so scary. It's actually so scary. So you want to quickly give it to somebody so that you can hold that person responsible for why you're not growing up. But if you dip it, it's because you don't want to do it, like you're scared of it. So stepping out there, you're literally going to sell all your life. You have to be in a constant battle with your ego in making the right decision. And that is a big challenge. That's not something that, I don't even think that's something that founders think about actively. But when you dip it, it's like, sometimes you just have to be humble. Sometimes you just have to maintain a certain level of pride. So it's just like you're constantly trying to make good decisions that are not based on your ego. So that is one big challenge. And it's just about every day waking up and saying that, okay, this is not the day that this business will close. So what am I going to do to ensure that we see tomorrow at least? So I think that just starting from that point is a good point to start from, just waking up and saying that it's not today that we're going to close. So what am I going to do today? As a CEO, things become easier for you when you have the right team. And the right team are people who want to work with you, that you want to work with, and can work with you. Just having a set of people that are right for you, you're right for them, and both of you are willing to work together can be like one of the most powerful things that can happen in your company. Like, you can't discount people when it comes to building. Something that I might do credit again, but in a different way. So I have this idea about about people being able to sell their credit so that you don't necessarily have to pay off your credit. So I've had that idea for a while, and it just seems more feasible with like blockchain technology. So that might be something that I might do. One of the things that I know that I will do when I have more time and more bandwidth is actually something that I wish I had when I was younger. So I will, not necessarily an NGO, but just a service to reach out to young people in like junior secondary or something, and try to expose them to how wide opportunities are. Like, you can literally be anything. You don't have to be a doctor, lawyer, tech bro. Like, there's just so many things that you can be, right? And that's something that I really wish that I had, because what I thought I could be was very limited. What I thought was a good thing to be was very limited. So I would like to offer more people to see the world beyond where they are.